Hey, welcome to this big 4th of July weekend bash. My name's David. Across the screen is Christian, and we are X Unhinged. Happy 4th of July, Christian.
Happy 250th, bud. Hey,
Yeah, I tell you, it's a big one.
It is a big one, and this is the thing. No one that is alive now will. No one's ever experienced this. I mean, we are making history right now in history of the world. In the next 250 years, they're going to refer back to us right here in this time. And I think that Rome only made it 235 years. I mean, we're the longest ruling civilization ever in history.
So, do you remember 1976 when we turned 200? You were alive. You were pretty young.
I was 4.
But do you remember it at all?
No, I was 4. I was 4 years old. I don't remember.
I was 9 and 10. I was 9 actually when. And I remember it. It was a big to do. It's pretty exciting, and so we'll see if we can outdo it today.
Yeah. Hey, I've been watching. There was a big thing at Mount Rushmore last night, and I watched that whole thing, and it was amazing. It's if you watch the media, we hate each other. America sucks. Nobody's doing anything. No one's fixing anything. Then you get out into the reality of things, and we live in a great country, and people let me tell you something. I watched something in Japan last night. I thought that I was in America. I mean, they're Japanese people are more patriotic to America than Democrats are at this point. I'm not kidding you. Go watch their celebrations last night. They're celebrating our 250th.
Yeah.
Why? I don't know. I think it's great. I think it's great. Don't get me wrong, but it's weird to me. I mean, how can you be an American and watch these Japanese people more proud of your country than you are?
Yeah. Well, you see it at the World Cup. You see these all of these foreigners are coming, and they love America.
Absolutely.
They just think America. They think America's awesome.
Right, and then they talk, and they're like, you come back to my country and watch the media. This is a horrible place. This place is horrible. There's all this. There's all that. There's all this. But you get here, everything is great. The barbecue's great. The food's great. Look at hey, I've never seen somebody so excited about a Walmart in my entire life. I'm telling you, if you took them to a Bass Pro Shops, they probably would have had a mental breakdown. They probably wouldn't know how to operate.
There was this guy on one of the social media sites, and he took his family to a Mexican restaurant, and he said, they brought me stuff to eat before I sat down. They had brought me chips. And I said, well, how much does this cost? And they said, it's free. And he's like, I don't understand. You're bringing me chips before I've paid. You don't know me. I'm just sitting down, and you're telling me to eat these chips. And he goes, and I didn't learn. I ate them all. And then they said, I'll bring you some more. We still hadn't got any food yet. We hadn't paid any money, and they brought us more chips.
Right.
He said, what a country. What a country. They're bringing me food before I pay. And it's free. I don't have to pay for these chips.
Hey, they just don't understand it. And that's the thing. In America, especially a lot of these young liberals, the Zers, they just don't understand what it's like not to have, and not that growing up as a Gen Xer, it was rough. It wasn't rough. It was just what we did. It's just who we were. Look, if somebody told you in 1984 to go to the store and buy a bottle of water, you would look at them like they were insane.
Yeah.
Why would I give you it's in the tap or in the hose? I can't do my whole. Hey, we would go to football practice. You know what our water was? They just run a hose from the gym. They'd be right out there, and then they would plug it into this thing where they use PCV pipes, and they would drill holes in it
and squirt it.
And it would just squirt out like a fountain. You just walk up there and put your mouth under it. That was living. That was living. Hey, your Gatorade was water and orange slices that Jimmy's mom brought for halftime during the soccer game.
That's right.
That was life as a Gen Xer, and that's what we need to get back to.
How many times a week did you go out to eat growing up?
I don't think we ever did.
We maybe went out. I think there was a period of time where we went out once a week on Friday nights. And that ended because we ran out of money. I mean, that happened for like 1 year. And then all of a sudden it's like, now we can't do that anymore. And by going out, I mean, we went to Taco Bell or to McDonald's or Taco Time.
We never did that. And it's not because we were broke. We just didn't do it. It just wasn't. I mean, the only memories I really have about going out to dinner a lot is with grandma and the family going to Farrell's. I remember that. But that's about, I mean, we went out. Don't get me wrong. We went out, but I mean, McDonald's, that wasn't even a thing. You know what I mean? Like, I remember my mom would get upset when we'd go. I mean, in Napa, we had a 25-cent hamburger stand, 39 cents for a cheeseburger. And it was right there on the corner of Sawsville. And we used to ride, it was right by the high school. So we'd ride by there. You get $2 in your pocket. You're stuffed. You know what I mean? Now you get $2 in your pocket. You might be able to download the McDonald's app. You know, I mean, it's just crazy. And I think that if the United States needs to get back to the Gen X era, and I mean, and because the internet has just destroyed everything, Dave. I mean, it has, but it hasn't. Well,
it's just made it different. It hasn't destroyed. I mean, it's still an amazing country. I mean, it's still, this is it. I mean,
an amazing country.
This is the best place to be.
There's no better place to be. I agree. And if you don't like it here, just get the fuck out. You know what I mean? I'm done with you. I'm done with you bitching about this and bitching. Just shut up and move. Kick rocks. Yeah. You know what I mean? And I'm not throwing you out. I'm not telling you you're not welcome. I'm just saying, if you don't like it here so much, get out. You know what I mean? If you don't like living under a bridge, stop doing drugs and go get a job. I mean, these are simple things. You don't need to be a freaking rock star to understand it, or astrophysicist to understand that 1 + 1 = 2, meth plus alcohol equals homeless. I mean, you know what I mean? I mean, it's not that hard. It's not that hard. It is not rocket science at all.
Yeah. And why exactly do Mondami, AOC, Bernie, why do they want to be here? All they do is complain all the time.
Well, I know why Bernie wants to be here. Because he got a jet and 27 houses. That's why Bernie wants to be here. And AOC and Mondami want to be here because they want to get invited over to his jet in the house. This is all about money for them. They don't give a F about this country. Mondami doesn't give a F about this country.
They're just bitching and moaning, trying to get rich from bitching and moaning. Really?
Right.
I mean, that's what it comes down to.
Absolutely. And what is rich, Dave? At what point? I mean, seriously, you can only have so many houses. You can only have so many jets and planes. You know what I mean? At what point? I mean, like people who earn the money, who have companies and stock options and do the right, not the right things, but what was right for them, and it made them very wealthy. Buy whatever you want to buy. Okay? Sure. But if you go into public service and because you want to help we the people, when is $30 million? Who really needs, and I'm not saying nobody needs $30 million. It would be great to have $30 million. It'd be great to have $100 million. It would be great. I'm not saying that. And if you earned it, more power to you. But if you go in, at some point, how far do you sell out your people? You know what I mean? How far do you go? I mean, how much is enough? Look at Taylor Greene. I mean, they're talking $30-40 million from Soros going to her. And she was a star. She sold out. You know what I mean? I mean, I wouldn't sell out. If I got elected somewhere or I ran for something and I got up there and, hey, $275,000 to a guy that makes $52,000 a year in a garage, maybe, dude, that's rich. You know what I mean? I mean, that's rich when you go from $3,000 a month to 12,000 or 15 or 25,000. That's rich. You know what I mean? But where's the point where it's not rich enough? You know what? Why does the greed have to kick in? You know what I mean? I would feel guilty. Me personally, I would feel guilty. You know, I mean, it's not. I don't know. It's just who I am. You know. But evidently, I'm one of a kind.
Well, you know, it is pretty much big. It's just a big contradiction when you say I'm going into politics to help the people.
Correct.
And you come out with 30, 60, $100 million.
Right.
That doesn't make sense to me.
No.
Now, I don't mind people. I don't mind people making money. I'm very much into people should be able to make money. But if you go into something with the reasoning of I really want to help people, and you come out with $100 million, that's a problem.
No,
you've lost your way.
Now, if you go into politics because you want to help the people, but you want a career after politics where you can make $100 million, that's a whole different thing. As long as you don't sell out while you're there. You know what I mean? It's like all these hearings they have. Well, you know, with headsets, like, well, all these generals go to work for the private sector, making all this money within 3 years, blah, 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 blah. Well, you vowed, well, I'm not a general. Well, yeah, I don't give a shit what these people do when they get out. You served my country for 25 years and you're a 4-star general. More power to you. Go make your money. Go do what you love to do. I mean, it's just such bullshit. And then and they sit there and on their little horse like Pocahontas did with headset. You know, how much are you worth there, Pocahontas? You know, you're worried about what this guy's going to do after he gets out of what he's doing. When you're sitting there on your high horse telling everybody about everything and you're making X millions of dollars a year on a $275,000 salary. I mean, you know, that's just, it's ridiculous. And it's coming to an end. I really believe that. People are pissed. People are tired of it. You know, people are just angry. They're getting their houses taken for property tax. We're paying $7 at the pump. I mean, it just, you know, and then you got all this other stuff going on. People are sick of it. They're absolutely sick of it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And COVID was a huge eye opener. We spent $8 trillion on COVID, Dave. $8 trillion. Blank check. Where did it go?
Yeah. Makes you wonder what's going on.
Where did it go? I mean, think about. I mean, you're not talking about a couple $100 million. You're not. You know, I think that you're not talking about a couple $100 billion. You're not talking about $1 trillion. You're talking about $8 trillion. Just gone. Yeah. You know what I mean? I mean, there shouldn't be anybody starving in this country. We shouldn't have any homeless in it. If we could take $8 trillion and fix COVID, why do we have people living on the streets? You know, and a lot of those people on the streets are there because they need to be. Number one, because they're either mentally ill or they have abuse problems. Okay, which I don't know what you do with the abuse problem ones, but the mentally ill ones. The problem is with mentally ill ones is they're mentally ill. A lot of them because of the alcohol and the drugs that they use.
Yeah.
You know, so, I mean, what do you do with them? You can't take them out to the pasture and shoot them, you know, but they won't get clean. Right. But I don't know. It's like, it's almost you put them in jail. You force them to clean up because they're degradation in society at that point because they choose to go do drugs. I got to go to work or you got to go to work every day to pay for that. You know, or just give them COVID, give them $8 trillion and send them off. You know, I don't know.
Let's talk about happier stuff. Did you see Governor Hochul? Let's go, Buffalo. Let's go,
they hate her.
Buffalo.
They hate her.
She couldn't get anybody. She couldn't get in Buffalo. She couldn't get anybody to do the thing with her.
Right. Hey, we love our bills, but we hate you. We're not following you anywhere because you suck.
Let's go, Buffalo.
Yeah.
And then she's like, Come on.
Right. Are you serious? She's like, are you serious? Yeah,
Yeah.
we're serious. You suck. You're horrible. Absolutely. You
was
guys
funny.
live in a bubble. You guys lied and you cheated to get into office, and now you wonder why nobody likes you. Well, because nobody voted for you in the first place. This is what happens when you cheat and win. Okay? Nobody likes you. Nobody likes you because your policies are shitty. The whole world sucks where you're involved. Get somebody else in there that fixes it. You know?
So Gavin Newsom's personal aide evidently was wearing a wire, an FBI wire since 2024. Woof.
Yeah, that's going to be big. That's going to be big.
How can it not be? I mean,
yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Hey, there's a pathway for there to only be a Republican in California. I listen, Becerra's caught up in it already.
Yeah.
The billionaire, I always forget his name, Steyer or whatever.
Steiner,
whatever. Okay. Gavin Newsom's a greedy little bitch. Okay. There is no way that he didn't have communications with the billionaire. Okay. Because he wants that money, right? He's not going to let a billionaire just walk around with a Democratic flag without paying some type of cost. Hey, this is going to be huge. This is going to be huge. You got a whistleblower coming out against Schiff, saying that they were told in a meeting to lie about President Trump and to lie about the stuff that was coming out, and that they could, that don't worry about it, you're not going to get caught. But if you do get caught, you could do 20 years. He felt like he had to tell them that, but to go ahead and do it because there's no way they're going to get caught. You got Trump, got the Supreme Court, which nobody's talking about that side of it. You got the hatchet thing. I forget what they're calling it, but basically it paved the way for just Trump to fire everybody, and he did too.
Yeah, he fired just a ton of FBI people from around the January 6th riot, and he just started cleaning house.
Oh yeah, he pulled the plug on the swamp. You know, so now we're going to get to all those records. We're going to get to all that stuff. You know, I mean, and the whole reason that this, you know how they found out about this Newsom thing? Is that there's like 75 people in their atmosphere that randomly got a letter in the mail from the FBI saying, hey, by the way, we have been listening to your phone calls since July of 2024. Could you imagine getting that letter in the mail? He's coming home to your millionaire mansion. Everything's cool. You know, you all got Trump on the road, pop over, he's ripping open. It's like, oh, shit.
Oof.
They've been listening. I mean, look, I don't even do anything wrong, and that would make me paranoid. You know what I mean? I mean,
you start thinking, what have I said? What did I do? What did I do?
Right,
what did I
do? Could they take anything out of context? You know what I mean? Like, I mean,
right.
Hey, you talk about stress. Oh, my God. Especially if I was dirty. You know, you don't know what they know at that point. And you don't know what they don't know. And that's a problem. They get you in the box. You don't know what they already know, so you don't want to lie. I mean, hey, it's a bad day. But there's the thing. Those FBI agents that were involved with the January 6th stuff, you put people in prison on a lie. Okay? You took away people's freedoms on a lie. Some lady lost her job. I don't know her name. I wish I did, but she lost her life. She lost her life in the Capitol, and she was there peacefully. A veteran. Somebody killed her.
Yeah.
I mean, come on. You know, these people they need to pay. They need to pay. They need to be burned down. Nobody is above the law, Hillary.
Yeah. And, you know, and it's everywhere now. So Tim Walz evidently gave a pardon to a sexual pedophile who raped a little girl that was like 10 to 12 years old.
And the whole time.
Walz was like, he had been like convicted. I mean, it was bad.
Right.
It was proven.
He was in prison.
And Walz says, oh, never mind. Let's let this guy go free. What the heck? I mean, this is just
he has
craziness.
To be connected somewhere, something to somebody. I mean, you don't just do that. You know what I mean? I don't care who you are, and I don't care if you believe in what they did or you don't believe in what they did. That person there's got to be a connection somewhere, and believe me, they're gonna find it. Whatever it is, they'll find it because you just don't do that. Nobody does that. That's political suicide. So, I think he's gonna end up in jail. You know, but this is like we talked about before. There's a reason why these guys run for office. It's for protection. And look at Newsom. Newsom's out there on the campaign trail. This is political. Trump's just coming after us. Blah, 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 blah. Bullshit. You dirty as hell. That's why they're coming after you. This is going to get big. This is going to get big, big, big.
Have you been seeing some of these World Cup memes where like you got Newsom, Biden and Obama in blue, and you have Trump, Rubio, and Fat JD in red.
Fat JD,
they call him Fat
he
JD.
loves it too. It's really funny. JD Manslims, he posts it all the time. He thinks it's great.
Fat JD, and they're just kicking the ball. It's hitting Newsom in the face every time.
Right? And they say their uniforms say retard.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. It's
thought
great.
of you.
It's
I
great.
thought of you.
Oh,
I thought of you.
Great. I love it. It's a Gen X meme right there.
I mean, people are getting pretty creative with this stuff, and it's pretty funny. I mean,
it needs to be. It needs to be.
And they've got Obama running up to the ball, and they're saying, "Our first openly gay president's about to strike the ball." And it's just like, really?
Hey, because it's the internet. You could do what you want on the internet and AI. And I watched this thing. I was scrolling the other day, and what really scared me is that I would say 90 to 92% of the videos as I was scrolling were AI, right? And the problem is that these videos are white police officers beating up black people. I mean, these are things that will incite. You know what I mean? Like, because I can tell what's AI and what's not. I'm sure you can too, but a lot of people can't. You know what I mean? Right. You could just tell by the speech pattern. You could tell by the clarity. Sure. You know what I mean? I mean, you can tell. The movements, and sometimes they don't correlate with what's really going on. But there's the people that can't see that, and all they see is white officer does this to black gentleman, which is completely a falsehood of what actually happened. But it's not. But it looks really, really bad. And that's scary. I mean, that's how. I got in trouble for being AI for just saying what I said, but they could do that. I mean, come on now.
Right.
So we'll see.
Are you still in trouble?
Oh, hell yeah. I'm still in Facebook jail. I still can't get on the group. Yeah. I can't get on the group. It says my identity can't be verified. 2 months now. Identity can't be verified. They verify the checking account, though, don't they, Jake? They verify the checking account, build the shit out of us. They know that's
keep taking
real.
Our money.
That's right. Yeah. So, yeah. Oh, I got something for them. Yeah. Don't worry about that.
Right now, we're paying Facebook to advertise on our show. I mean, so we're giving them money. And then they're advertising.
Right. And then they're advertising. They're basically, we're giving them money to take all our stuff and put it out there and sell it. And then they keep the advertising money. It's kind of a win-win.
So America, you're welcome. You're welcome.
Yeah, from us to you.
We're doing it for you.
You're welcome. And we the people.
You're welcome.
But it's like buying Nike shoes. It's the same thing. You know what I mean? Nike takes a pair of shoes, throws a thing on it, right? They sell it. You pay them premium to buy their logo on those shoes. I mean, it's stupid, but it's the American way. Hey, stealing property. They're stealing our. Well, evidently they're not, because I'm not even real. So I got the whole AI vibe going right now. So, I mean, that's cool. So if you see me out in public, I'm not real. I'm really not there. I'm an
Nope.
AI. I'm like Max Headroom.
Wow, that's a good reference.
You like
So,
that? Like that?
yeah, that's really good. That's aging yourself. Birthright citizenship. This is kind of a big deal right now.
Absolutely.
And you have an interesting take on this. You think it's going to benefit the Republican Party.
I do. I believe that because they are going to use this to move it into a national security type thing, and lock down the borders. I don't think you're going to be able to come here if you're pregnant. You know what I mean? Hey,
So
this
it's
is the deal.
actually going to stop people. It's going to stop
Yeah,
people
it's
from
gonna.
coming
It's
in.
actually right. So because in the interim, what happened is it so how it was if you came here on there was a whole industry. I'm learning all about this. That if you're from another country, you just come here on a tour. It's like a pregnancy tour, and you and your wife and your baby. I'm not kidding you. And they come in.
Right?
It's a whole industry. They come over here. They stay in a hotel. They have the baby. The baby becomes an American citizen, gets a passport, and they fly home in 18 years. He comes back a terrorist. So I mean, it's just this is a whole thing. Well, because of the fact that they did this and they said no, that can't. If you're born here, you're a bit, you're a citizen. Well, now they're just not going to let you be born here. You know what I mean? I mean, think about this. I mean,
Right.
overall, it actually gives immigration more power because not only are they protecting the borders, they're protecting. They can ask questions. They can say you can't come here when you apply for a visa. You can't come here and get pregnant. Then they can actually say in the visa packet, if you plan to have children in the United States within X amount of years before you're a citizen, that child cannot become, because you are not an American citizen, and that child is not an American citizen. And if you come here and get pregnant, due to whatever, that kid can't, I mean, there's so many loopholes here. And it actually gives the American government and immigration more power. So I actually think it was strategic. I really do. I really do.
Yeah. Well, your line of thinking makes sense. It's kind of it's putting an incredibly positive spin on something that originally I thought was incredibly negative. So I hope you're right.
Right.
And
Right.
I can see why it will be. So,
Well,
that's
but
awesome.
it also changes a lot of things. So let's say the Supreme Court came out and said that birthright citizenship is, they null and void it, right? It doesn't happen
Right.
anymore. What you've done, if they do that, then there's a huge fight. You see what I'm saying? There's a huge fight back and forth. Where were you born? When were you born? Blah, 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 blah. Now there's no fight. Now, if you're pregnant, you just can't come.
Right.
You know what I mean? You just can't come. You just can't come anymore. We're just going to keep you from coming in the country. And so it actually, in my opinion, which is nothing, but it's just mine, is that this benefits the country. I think it really does. It's weird, but it's very true, because it's not like that if they came in and said that birthright citizenship was illegal and they couldn't do it, they were going to go retro. You know what I mean? It looks like they were going to go back 40 years and start yanking all these people out of the country. They weren't going to do that. You know what I mean?
Right.
So basically what it is if you come to the hospital now and you're pregnant, the ICE will just get you and take you home. Because if you're trying to have a baby in the United States, that's illegal entry for the baby. You see, it is weird, but hey, trust me, it gives more power. It gives more power to the immigration. I really believe that. And we'll see if people start to see my point of view on this.
Yeah, we'll see it. We'll know pretty quickly if it's going that way, because there'll be less births. I mean, from immigrants. I mean, it's just it's going to really start going down. So pretty quickly, I would think.
Right. And if they go get prenatal care, which the federal government doesn't pay for, they show up to a doctor to get prenatal care. Hey, we know you're here illegally, and I'll be damned if that baby's being born here. Hey, go to a plane. We'll fly you to Mexico. We can go into wherever you're from. You go to that hospital, you have that baby. So, I mean, there is so many good things that come from this. Just on that situation right there. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
They got to get prenatal care. We're going to stop that baby from being born in the United States.
Yeah.
So if you make it illegal, birthright citizenship illegal, where it's nothing to do, then these people are just going to stop coming to the hospitals, and then you got all these sick babies, and you got all these problems. You do it this way, they're going to show up. You give them the care right before birth, fly them out.
So how's the California governor race going? You got any updates on that?
Oh no, I think it's going to be all Republican. I would hope.
Really?
I don't think Becerra's going to make it. I think he's going to get caught up in this.
So my understanding of how it works is if they get rid of Becerra, that it would then drop down to the billionaire Steyer, and then if he's caught up in this and they get rid of him, well then it would go down to the fourth place person, and that was
Becerra.
the other Republican,
Bianco,
the sheriff. And so, right. You know, if this all completely falls apart for the Democrats, completely falls apart, it could
Correct.
just be Hilton against Bianco.
And I have my personal issues with Bianco. That's my own personal feeling about something that he did. But, you know, that's between me and them. But I would be happy with either of them. To be honest with you, I would be elated to have Bianco or Hilton together. I would love that.
But I think essentially we've already seen that race, and Hilton wins. I mean,
absolutely.
You know, because the Republicans already voted for Hilton over Bianco in the primaries a month ago. So I don't see Bianco all of a sudden jumping Hilton in this. So anyways, it could be
thing. You could now. There's a lot of people like me out there that were like, hey, I need to choose a winner here. We have to get at least one to go through. So in a Hilton Bianco matchup, I can't honestly say that wouldn't. I can't honestly say that Bianco wouldn't win.
I got you.
Yeah, you know what I mean? Because all the people who voted for Hilton just to make sure we got a Republican, you know, in house. Now all of a sudden you got the choice, and no matter what you do, it's a win-win. You know what I mean? No matter what happens, no matter who wins, it's a win-win. So you pick the guy you really want to go. So we really don't know that answer. You know, I firmly believe that they cheated him. Stoudemire, whatever his freaking name is, they cheated him up to third on purpose. And I called that way back then. Like they had to have him in third because Bianco's going to go, not Bianco, but Becerra's going to go down, and they need somebody there to take his spot. So we'll see. We'll see. Yeah. Because, I mean, Becerra's chief of staff already went down, pled guilty. You know he's talking. It wouldn't surprise me if Becerra got arrested between now. But see, this will happen. I think they're going to do to Becerra like they did to Swalwell. They'll wait till the ballots are printed, right? Then they'll come and take him down. You know what I mean? Because, hey, that would be the best way to do it. Hey, strategic.
Well, then Hilton just wins.
That's correct. That's correct.
Just it's over.
It's over. Well,
it'll be fun to watch.
That'd be a great day.
Coming soon.
It'd be a great day in Cali. Yeah. I'll celebrate that. I will. I hope not to be in California when that happens. I'm leaving, but for a little while. But hey, I'm so excited. I can't wait for this. Like I said, it's FAFO 2026. I said this in January, and it's coming down. I mean, Trump pulled the plug on the swamp with the FBI, which means he's going to have access to all these files. I mean, they did what they did to him, and you know what? More power to him, political retribution or not. I don't give a shit. There is no political retribution. This is man retribution. This is what you do when you mess with the bull. And Trump is bringing the horn right now, and he's going to continue to bring it. That's exactly what we voted for. That's exactly what we wanted. You know, hey, it's a good day. It's a good day. Hey, this is the best 250 that the United States could ever have in a way, shape. I'm just telling you. No, I'm just serious. because we are at war within our own country. Not gun war, but for the preservation of the United States, political war of the United States, what we stand for, we the people, all of it. We're at war for that right now.
Yep.
So, and I also think,
hey, what you got?
We were talking about the SAVE Act, right? Like, so I feel like the SAVE Act, I think they're stalling on purpose, Dave.
So you now think, so kind of like the birthright citizenship, you think the Republicans are just kind of hanging back, the Republican leadership, just kind of hanging back so that they can just slam the Democrats when we get close to November, because 80% of the country thinks the SAVE Act is appropriate.
Correct.
And Trump and all the Republicans are going to be able to say, hey, you all think this is appropriate, and your guys and gals cannot, guys and ladies, men and women, can't get it together. They can't just vote this through.
Right.
They're just crooked.
Right.
They're just as crooked as the day is long. And we're seeing.
So the midterms will become the SAVE Act. That's what I think. That's what I feel like. The midterms will become the SAVE Act. When we vote for the midterms, we the people are going to be voting for the SAVE Act by the person that we pick. So if you come to the polls and left side is against the SAVE Act, right side is for the SAVE Act, you believe in the SAVE Act, doesn't matter what political party you stand with at that point, you're going to vote Republican. And I think that's what they're doing politically. That you have an 80-20 on this. 80% of the country believe in this. 80%. Right. So as the Republicans, I am staying back. I am kicking. Just give us enough votes, and then have some people push back on it a little bit, just to keep us from getting over. You know what I mean? And then we'll keep bringing it to vote, and then every time somebody votes, another Republican doesn't vote for it. You see what I'm saying? Like you just toy with it and just pushing it to February or till November, and then when November hits, it's all about the SAVE Act, it's all about the midterms, and it all goes through. That's just a thought.
Because there's some states that the Republicans just are not going to win. It doesn't matter. But there are a lot of states out there that are really close. And if you're able just to turn 5 to 10% Democrats saying they're not doing what I want, I'm going to vote for Republicans now. It doesn't have to be a lot. 5 to 10% is not a lot. That's enough to sway the elections. And so I get that. I think your reasoning's sound there. So,
well, and I think that it's a big deal for people. You know what I mean? It's that's a make or break candidate issue. If I'm looking at a candidate and they stand for 10% of what I want, and the other guy stands for 0% of what I want, but the other guy comes through and says, hey, by the way, we need a SAVE Act for voter ID to make sure that only U.S. citizens are voting to protect my tax dollars. Even if I'm on the left, I'm going to go just this one time, just this one midterm, 2-year election, one time, because I believe it. 80% of the country believes in this. Now, if 80% of the country believes in this, and you really want this, and you're a Democrat, and you vote Republican to get that, and it goes through, then you can say, as a Democrat, I voted for that. I am we the people. I am an American citizen. My voice counted for something. We passed the SAVE Act. It needed to be done, and I'm happy to be with that. So we'll see.
Yeah.
But that's just what I see, because I can't figure out why they just can't pass it. Why aren't you nuking the filibuster? No reason to. You need this to stall out. You need to stall this all the way to November, so that it's just like the gas tax in Oregon. You know what I'm saying? They wanted to get that on the ballot because it made the governor's race about the gas tax. The Republicans are making the midterms about the SAVE Act. It's beautiful, in my opinion. We'll see if I'm right.
Yeah. Well, that would be great. It didn't work in Oregon because, we resolved the gas tax, so that's not going to be on the ballot.
But you resolved the gas tax because of the fact that she didn't want that on the ballot with her name.
That's right. They cheated.
She cheated.
Right.
Of course she cheated. Hands
That's all she
down.
does. She's
Yeah,
good at it. She's really good at it.
she is really good at it.
If you wanted to vote for somebody just because they're good at cheating, boy, I tell you, vote for her.
No,
That's what she
absolutely.
does.
Well, you know what? It's not odd that all of a sudden Oregon has all this illegal immigrants.
Oh, it's crazy.
You know why? You need the votes for the midterms. That's why.
And the Oregon health plan, the Medicaid plan in Oregon is just, we have been actually paying for illegal immigrants for quite some time now. And the numbers are staggering how much money is being paid. It's staggering.
Right.
I mean,
well, and the problem is it's against federal law. There you guys are just like California.
Absolutely.
You're using federal money. You are using taxpayer from Tennessee to fund your illegal immigrants. That's bullshit. That's absolute bullshit.
And so what she does is she's leading the nation in filing lawsuits against Trump. I mean,
of course
by a wide margin. I mean, she's got like 50 lawsuits against Trump right now. Something crazy. I mean, it's just.
You paid for them.
Yeah.
You paid for them.
Go Kotek.
You and the rest of the taxpayers paid for those lawsuits. No, I'm telling you. You paid for the attorneys.
I know.
You paid for the filing fees. You guys paid for it all. You guys got to do something.
Queen Kotek.
Hey, unbelievable.
Get out and vote, Oregonians. Get out and vote.
Get out and vote. Hey,
you gotta get her out.
When you're celebrating tonight, I'm gonna have G-Man post a video that I found. It's about some family using fireworks. Be safe tonight. Don't have your children close to it. You know, make sure that wherever you're at, you know, and when it starts, just wait for it. You'll understand what can happen if you have the fireworks too close to proximity. I mean, use your brain, folks. Alcohol and fireworks don't mix. All right. It's not a good thing. It's like alcohol and firearms. Same thing. They just don't mix. You know, just don't mix them. I don't know if there was alcohol involved with this, but you know, just stay safe tonight. You know, teach your kids smart ways to play with fireworks. Happy 4th of July. Happy 250th. I won't be around for the next one. I won't be around for 500. I mean, hey, maybe I will be. It might be frozen. You know, I am AI. I'll be around forever, you know, but hey, so thank you guys all. You know, it's been a really wild ride for us at Gen X Unhinged from start, you know, to now, you know, fighting mainstream media, fighting Facebook, fighting Twitter, fighting everybody. It's been a real pain in the ass, and but we're here. We're going to keep going. The group's over 330 or 3. Wow, I wish. The group's over 33,000, almost 34,000. It's growing. I push it as much as I can. And thank you to Robert and G-Man and Kenneth and everybody that does such good work in that group. We really, really appreciate you. We're still over 1 million views, getting up to around 2 million again. And that's really good. I mean, we're not being monetized by it. So like and subscribe. If you got the chance, do that. Please like and subscribe. It's like 99 cents. It really helps us get going, keeps us going. Thank you. Happy 4th of July. God bless this country. And, you know, God bless everybody, our troops. God bless all of you guys tonight. Patriots, be careful. Don't drink and drive. And that's it. You got anything, Dave?
Yeah, if you have any pets, take care of your pets tonight, especially your dogs. They'll run away. They'll get it's a pretty freaky night for them. So take care of your pets.
Especially tonight, it's going to be big.
Yep. Hey,
especially
tonight, it's the biggest one. So
if you go to the pet store, they have CBD calming chews that you can give your dogs. We use them on our dogs. They work very well. They really help out. They're CBD only, and we've had no problems with them. And it just kind of chills the dog out, so it might help them a little bit.
Yeah.
So, you know, little recommendation.
That's all I got.
That's all you got? Well, let's get out of here.
Yep.
You guys have a great weekend. Have a great night. Be safe, and God bless America. God bless President Trump.
God bless America.
We are out.
Wow. right back and you'll hear a tale of a fateful trip that started from this tropic port aboard this tiny ship.
Told you not to play with those socialists, but you wouldn't listen. Those socialists can't be trusted. Now they've wrecked our boat and our party.
But Skipper, I was just trying to help.
Well, Gilligan, this is another fine mess you've got us into.
But Skipper, I didn't mean to.
Let's get to the boat now.
Aye, aye, Skipper, hurry up.
Another politically motivated mini video from G-Man Production Group.
I was shaking up the things. Could I come again, please? Yeah, the ladies want your kind. You've been thunderstruck. Thunderstruck.
Gen X Unhinged. Get your bling now. Looking for quality, performance, and reliability? Look no further than CDP Firearms, LLC. Whether it's customized AR-15 parts, premium optics, or specialized ammunition, we have the gear to upgrade your shooting experience. We pride ourselves on providing top-notch products with expert-friendly service that you can trust. Visit us online at cdpfirearmsllc.com. CDP Firearms. Gen X Unhinged is sponsored by cdpfirearmsllc.com. Gen X Unhinged is a weekly podcast hosted by Christian Cole and David Cole. Join us online at genxunhinged.com, on Facebook at Gen X Unhinged Group, or download on Apple, Spotify, or Amazon Podcasts.